Bitcoin's price climbing up. How are you feeling market sentiment wise right now as it feels like there's chaos across the world? Feels like Bitcoin may be the signal in the noise. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think too much has changed since our last convo. Still kind of the similar backdrop. I mean, there's three things that I look at, like from a market standpoint. There's the macro, which is the big driver right now. But from the Bitcoin standpoint, there's the kind of the supply dynamics, which we can see with the on-chain stuff. And then there's the derivative stuff, which is kind of the speculation, the leverage in the system. And so really, you know, from those two fronts, the on-chain supply side dynamics and the derivatives, the markets look really, really healthy. And so, you know, bullish for a long time. It's just this macro backdrop, the uncertainty and the kind of liquidity tied to the legacy system is really what's making the difference right now.
I think that's a great way to kind of frame it. Let's start with the charts you have. Bitcoin balance on exchanges just continues to fall off a cliff. What's your read on this? Obviously, that seems to be pretty bullish, but how are you viewing this?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, a really good trend to see from just an adoption standpoint, and you know, the not your keys, not your coins concept is really taking hold. I think a lot of the stuff that's happened geopolitically in 2022 has been a big advertisement for self-sovereignty and holding your own money. You know, obviously, not everyone is a nation invading another nation or you know, living under a dictatorship or whatever, where you know you're gonna have your money seized, but just the principles of being able to control your own money is something that doesn't really exist within many other things, or really at all, in the sense that, you know, the Bitcoin's network is completely censorship resistant. And so this is a really good trend to see. And I kind of expect this to continue just kind of chipping away at new lows. I think we're at almost 4-year lows here.
Absolutely. And I think it is going to continue. Talk to me about the Bitcoin long-term holder relative supply as you look at this.
Yeah, so this is just, we can kind of see, we can quantify long-term and short-term holders. And if we remove the exchange balances from this metric, what we can see from the circulating supply, rather, we can see relative as a percentage long-term or short-term holder supply. And so when we kind of see exchange balances falling at the same time as this long-term holder supply is kind of in this like supply squeeze threshold, right? It's near that, it's above 80%. If I'm seeing it right here. I should know this off the top of my head, but this is kind of at the level where you start to see if there's any really marginal, like, you know, amount of inflows into the market. And obviously at a higher market cap, it takes more money to really move up the price in a significant way. But what we're seeing here is the circulating supply, or rather that free float supply that's available to be purchased, is just really, really low. So when the inflows come back into the market, and this has kind of been, I've been repeating myself here for a couple of months, and price has just been ranging around, but at the same time, under the surface, the amount of Bitcoin that's able to be purchased, you know, the stackers, the hodlers under the surface continue to just buy. And so, you know, when the big Wall Street funds, when anybody that doesn't have exposure and is somehow sitting at zero wants to come in and secure their slice, well, they're going to have to bid up the price in a pretty big way.
Hey, you, did you like this video? Great. We make 5 of them a day and post them here on this channel. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and see you next time.